My guest today always knew where the goal was. A warm welcome to Karl-Heinz Riedler. It's great to have you with us. Quick questions and quick answers. The most important quality of a good striker?
Coolness in front of goal.
The best striker of all time?
Of all time, Pele.
Your best goal for BVB?
I'd say the most important was in the Champions League final.
The best player in training you ever played with?
Beppe Signori at Lazio.
Your craziest goal celebration?
That would have been the Champions League final as well, with a flag at the end. That was the first time I'd ever celebrated anything like that.
Kalle Riedle, an expert when it comes to teams from Munich. Whether it's 1860 Munich or Bayern Munich, he always made the most of home games against the teams from the Bavarian capital. And of course, that meant scoring regularly against them. Whether it was scoring headers from set pieces to earn himself the nickname Your Ernest, or a delicate chip over the keeper, every goal he scored against them was the first goal of the game. And then it was in Munich that he scored two rather important goals in Borussia Dortmund's history.
That was the craziest goal celebration, by the way.
Yes, that was it.
How do you spend your time when you're not travelling for BVB? You mentioned golf as a hobby.
I've got quite a few hobbies. I play tennis, I go skiing, and I'm a grandfather now. So that takes up a lot of my time and is a lot of fun.
Let's take a nice selfie. Look in here, just like that.
Okay.
Karl-Heinz Riedler and Norbert Dickel, two BVB legends who never played together but did play against each other. The two deadly strikers have played their part in some of the most important moments in the history of BVB. The first encounter came in 1986 when Nobby came, scored and conquered, bagging a brace for the first time in Dortmund colours in a 7-0 win over Blau-Weiß Berlin. It was the heaviest defeat of young Kalle's career. The first time hurt, but the second didn't hurt as much. Dickel put BVB ahead, but Riedler equalised to earn his side a point. Kalle moved to Werder Bremen and began to win trophies. There he beat Nobby and BVB twice, scoring twice in the process and more than living up to his nickname, Herr Riedler. Revenge was bittersweet. In the 1989 German Cup final, Riedler put Bremen in front. But the day was to belong to Dickel, who scored twice and became the hero of Berlin. Their last meeting came in December 1989, in what turned out to be a rerun of the final. BVB again beat Werder 4-1, and Nobby scored his penultimate goal in the penultimate game of his career. Dickel is now the voice of Borussia Dortmund, and Riedler became the Champions League winning hero. And now, at long last, 31 years after their first encounter, they take their first selfie together.
And there it is, the picture of Kalle and Nobby here on the sofa. Thanks again, Kalle.
Thank you.
Bye. Goals against Bayern Munich are always something special. Always full of emotion. And you just can't get enough of them. So hold tight. Here they are, our 10 best Bundesliga goals against Bayern Munich. We start off with Mirko Vltava, a 25-metre solo, a 25-metre pile driver. Short and sweet, just like his celebration of the winning goal. At number 9 we have Stefan Karl. He shot straight through the middle of, well, yes, let's call it the Bayern wall. 8th place goes to our dynamic duo of superheroes. Aubameyang redefined the term counter-attacking at pace, and Marco Reus supplied the precise finish. Ruben Sosa's record for BVB, 17 games and 3 goals. Certainly we would have liked it to have been many more, particularly when you see a free kick like this. Nuri Sahin is considered the maestro of the 2011 BVB League winning team. His goal in Munich, an absolute masterpiece. In the football dictionary, the definition of hammered into the corner is described perfectly by this goal. Michael Zorc in 5th place. And once again, Nuri Sahin. Our midfield maestro demonstrates what magical feat he possesses. It doesn't get much better than that. Much, but it does get better. Marcel Raducanu in 3rd place shows why he is also known as the Maradona of the Balkans. Lars Ricken cannot be missing from any goal parade. He only scored against Bayern once in his career, but what a goal it was. Oliver Kahn left with no chance. First place, Jakub Blaszczykowski, with the outside of his foot into the top corner. There is nothing more to say, just enjoy it. A sloth in action? There must be something to see here, and indeed there is. The peace has been disturbed by a well-known person taking the lead at feeding time in Dortmund Zoo.
Ja, sehr langsam.
We did have to wake them up, so that's a bit of an excuse for both of them. They've both just got up, and so I don't think they were that hungry yet, and now we have to let them go back to sleep again.
Ich glaube, der Hunger war da noch nicht ganz so groß gewesen, aber
The top match, second against first, the German Classico of recent years. A visit from Bayern Munich to the Signal Iduna Park is always something special. And with 15 victories and 14 defeats in 48 home games, we have a positive record against the club with the most league titles. That's the way we all want it to stay. Reacts to that. At the moment, everything's looking good, but it'll still take some time.
You should never doubt Marco Reus. That is always bad. He's also here to support our day at the Zoo against Bayern, and there is massive interest around him too. They have very good players. We have to play with courage.
Yes, it's very busy here. There are lots of people, which of course we're very pleased about, and as you can see, I'm kept busy the whole time. But of course, we have good weather, and it's wonderful to see all the people here enjoying the zoo.
Thousands of Borussia fans, both big and small, have taken advantage of the invitation with so much to see in the whole zoo. Amongst the animals, there are these 2 alpacas who were due to be fed by Marco. But both camels ran away as soon as they could. That is certainly not something that can be said of all the BVB fans when they get the chance to meet our number 11.
First date that every Dortmund and Bayern Munich fan will have saved in their calendar. The big classic clash between the two at the top, first taking on second here in the Signal Iduna Park. Bayern Munich on a good run of wins under Jupp Heynckes. Not quite the same story for Peter Bosz, and Borussia Dortmund just 1 win in the last 6 competitive games. But if there's one way to bounce back, then it's in front of a home crowd, and it's against Bayern Munich. And Dortmund would start the game well. Christian Pulisic would have a good first half, but it would be Aubameyang who would get the first opportunity. A decent tackle from Süle, denying the Gabon striker. Lovely ball from Socrates to find him. And Aubameyang just taking a little too long to get the shot off, allowing Süle to get back and get the tackle in. Into the 16th minute, Bayern with their first chance of the game. Arjen Robben breaks the deadlock in typical Robben style as well. You knew exactly where he was going to put it. And once again, Arjen Robben finds the top left corner. And as a result, Bayern Munich find themselves 1-0 up with 17 minutes gone into the 21st now. Dortmund would not let the first goal get to them, and instead would try and bounce back quickly. Christian Pulisic. Lovely footwork. In comes the cross. Ulreich does enough to get a hand to it and bring an end to the attack. A couple of minutes later, Dortmund still looking for the equaliser. Good ball over the top. Yarmolenko offside. However, the replay would show that he timed his run to perfection, and it would be the first of many poor decisions by the referee, Tobias Stieler. Half an hour mark. Dortmund again pushing forward. Yarmolenko with a golden opportunity and can't find a way past Ulreich. Not the first chance the Ukrainian had squandered in the first half. Back came Bayern Munich. Kingsley Coman as well to find Lewandowski, whose effort is parried over the crossbar by Roman Bürki. So back-to-back chances at both ends. Both keepers coming out on top. The corner that came from that opportunity would then result in another chance. This time Dortmund again. Pulisic on a breathtaking solo run finds Kagawa. Kagawa cuts it back and then off the post. Took a slight deflection off the Austrian David Alaba. But the move all started with the young American. Handball by Coman. Advantage played. And then Kagawa off the inside of Alaba's right leg and then off the post as well. Another chance goes begging for Dortmund. 10 minutes before half-time, or just under. Arjen Robben on the move. Kimmich's cross, a back heel, and Lady Luck certainly shining down on Bayern Munich this evening. It was an audacious effort, however, the little back heel finish from Lewandowski was not on target, instead took a flick off an unlucky Julian Weigl, which then took it up and over Roman Bürki. Very little the Dortmund keeper could do about that. But the half was not over yet. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the 44th minute. Then Castro to Yarmolenko again, another chance, and again Yarmolenko can't find a way past Ulreich. Story of the first half would not match the scoreline. Dortmund with plenty of chances to get a goal, and maybe even more than one. However, half-time scoreline would stay at 2-0 into the second, and Dortmund would start really, really strong. However, Bayern Munich would have the first opportunity. Arjen Robben doing well to keep the ball in play. Then a right-footed cross, and Lewandowski forces a magnificent save from Roman Bürki. Thiago puts the second effort wide. The header down into the ground, making it even more difficult for the Swiss keeper. But did well to stand his ground and gets a left leg to the ball to deny Lewandowski his goal. 49th minute. Schmelzer to Pulisic. Again Pulisic causing Bayern Munich all sorts of problems, and then Yarmolenko and Aubameyang getting in each other's way. Well, when it rains it pours, and when it doesn't go your way, these are the kind of things that do happen. Dortmund should really have had a goal, but then again, so too should have Lewandowski there. I don't think he could miss that any worse if he tried again. 67th minute. And now the second half really opening up. Chances at both ends. And then, just when you think things can't get any worse, and Bayern couldn't get more fortunate, David Alaba's cross finds its way past everyone and into the back of the net. Initially, it was thought Lewandowski got the touch, but the replays would show that it was David Alaba's cross that went all the way past both Lewandowski and Bürki. And just like that, Bayern with 3-0 up. Things going from bad to worse. One more opportunity perhaps for Aubameyang. in the 75th. It looked like he had to ride a bit of a challenge there as well. Good save by Ulreich. Danger not over yet though. Götze tries to find a way through but runs into trouble. You can't take anything away from Dortmund as far as effort and ambition were concerned, but things simply not going their way on the night. However, it wouldn't end without a little bit of constellation and some fancy footwork from Pulisic again. The nutmeg on Robben, and then, of all people, Mark Bartra curling one past Ulreich into the far corner. A classy finish from the Spaniard after some equally classy build-up play from Christian Pulisic. Absolutely fantastic goal, but it was all, sadly, too little, too late. Dortmund would have a chance to get back within one though. Jadon Sancho, a second half substitute, linking up with Götze. Sancho then out wide to Toljan. The cross would come in and the deflection would change the flight path just enough to make it difficult for Castro. He wasn't far away from getting on the end of it and putting it into the back of the net. But that would be all she wrote. Another defeat for Dortmund, another win for Bayern. Dortmund dropped to third in the table, below Leipzig in second, and Bayern extend their lead at the top. A little bit of thinking to do for Peter Bosz, but it was a night where things simply did not go his or Dortmund's way.